India has always maintained its position that it does not need a United States to deal with Pakistan on Kashmir, but it has also made it very clear that there is nothing to be discussed with Pakistan because it is only an issue between Kashmir and India. And even with respect to Kashmir, there is no question of accession that can be discussed. The only question that was to be discussed was the degree of autonomy that can be given to that particular state. So, strictly speaking, there is no international issue here. There is a UN resolution of August 1948, but that resolution has become practically useless because that resolution, first of all, put obligations on Pakistan to remove its regular army as well as the Lashkars and the tribal raiders who they brought along with them in 1948 and their own descendants. All of them will have to vacate POK before these guys can actually raise any issue. And that resolution itself clarifies that India has the right and the duty to at least keep the minimum number of forces in Kashmir to prevent any future aggression by Pakistan, because Pakistan has already aggressed once, so to speak. Okay, so according to me, there is no international ramification. I don't think these people have any right to approach the ICJ, because if they do so, then the ICJ could immediately ask for implementation of the terms which apply to Pakistan in the first place. And here's the interesting part. In April 1963, Pakistan ceded about 1200 square miles of Kashmir to China. Okay. So not only did they not vacate, they created a further interest. So here's an instance where someone enters your house, trespasses, takes possession, and then sublets it to a third party, all the while saying that until the issue of ownership is decided, neither of us will have rights over that particular place. So if it is disputed territory, how did you create rights on a disputed territory in favor of a third party? If you read the agreement that was entered into between Pakistan and China, it is astounding because China has taken the position that this agreement, the terms of the agreement will not be changed, notwithstanding the outcome of any decision between India and Pakistan with respect to Kashmir. And anyone who subsequently becomes the owner of full Kashmir or complete Kashmir will only have to sign on the agreement that has been entered into with China. Which means China will never give up control of the 1200 square miles that it has got from Pakistan. So the only international ramification is you have only addressed your situation with respect to the territory which is in your possession and with respect to POK, but the territory which is effectively COK, China occupied Kashmir, you still don't have an answer. Frankly, Pakistan has no other option but to lump it, which is why it is going around crying all over the world. Because if it had any legal options, it would have explored those options. Those options, according to me, even if they exist, show Pakistan in poorer light than India. Because one, Article 370, the moment you say it was a temporary provision, Indian constitution itself has taken the position that at some stage the Indian government will have the right to change its character and to change the nature of the relationship. Therefore, strictly speaking, the decision taken by one country on the basis of its constitution with respect to a state which is recognized as the state of that country cannot be the problem of any other country. So, which is why, while these people have made political statements or perhaps even diplomatic statements, they have not had the benefit of making a legal statement or a legal claim anywhere. Okay, so which is why I think they will resort to extra legal means and illegal means and clearly use force and violence as much as possible. And their hope will be to try and recreate a situation which is similar to the situation of 1989 and 1990, which is to incite the sentiment of the public against the Indian army and make it difficult for Kashmiri Hindus to resettle in that place.